Am I the asshole for telling my husband that I like the way he looks now? So I, 30 female, have always been into staying fit and working out. It's just my hobby. And my husband, 31 male, was super into that when we got married and when we dated. He was super built, which I loved, but ever since kids and desk job, he has put on a big beer belly. Used to weigh 180, now 250. But here's the thing, I don't hate it, I love it. It's comfy and warm, and I like having a little more to grab onto. He's still handsome, still has really big arms, he just has a belly and butt, which I'm into. But basically last night, he said he felt bad that he's heavy and I'm skinny, 120 average. Basically, long story short, I told him I'm into bigger bellies. Now I realize that sounds mean, but I didn't mean it like that. I was tired. But he got mad and is still hurt, so how should I apologize? An AITA. Update. I just told him that I didn't mean it like that, and that whether he wants to keep his dad bod or lose it, that I always will find him extremely attractive. True, and I'm sorry. He said he feels better ABT Howitt, and that he just felt a little hurt. But he also said he feels a little more confident now that I expressed my emotions. He's gonna lose a few pounds, but jokingly said he want to obliterate it, lol. Ty, and I'll give more updates if anything happens. I feel like saying, I love your body how it is now, I find you incredibly attractive, is way better than, I like your big belly. You are the asshole. I am super attracted to you, always have been, but if you don't feel good, I'm here to support you. Soft, you are the asshole. I know you didn't mean harm, but you caused harm. If I were you, I'd apologize for my wording. I love your body because it's you. The details don't really matter much. I was just wording it poorly. I'm sorry that I hurt your feelings about your body. How can I be supportive to you right now? You intended well, but you worded it poorly. That doesn't make you an asshole, just someone who articulated your feelings in an accidentally offensive way. It's a very common mistake in friendly and romantic relationships. No assholes here, he just sounds like he's a bit insecure right now. Just reassure him in a more complimentary way. Soft, you are the asshole. Poor choice of words. Could have said you found his dad body attractive instead of big bellies. I doubt you meant any harm from it. But basically telling him he has a big belly after he said he didn't like his weight is more idiotic than anything. Am I the asshole for telling people who live near me they can't use my side gate as a cut-through? Here's a summary. I've been renting this place for 6 months. It's a back-to-back house. I'm facing the main road. The back of the house is on a cul-de-sac street. No driveway at the front and can't park on the main road, so my designated spot is on the driveway round back. Same situation for my detached neighbor, so we share a side gate, which we use to get to our vehicles. Many of the residents who live on the cul-de-sac use the side gate as a cut-through when walking to the shops, as it saves them about 1 minute walking this way as opposed to walking the main pathway up the cul-de-sac and around. When they cut through, they walk through my front garden, and sometimes stare in at me while I'm sat in my living room. I've never spoken to these residents, so they're basically strangers. When I was coming home one day, I kindly asked a woman and her boy not to use my garden to cut through, as they were walking past and didn't acknowledge me to say hello or anything, which is what annoyed me. She had attitude and said they've always used it as a cut-through, but won't in future. I seen today the same woman cutting through again. Even though I haven't had any trouble with these residents, it's been bothering me and not sure how to proceed, and can see things potentially escalating as I plan to tell other residents not to use it if I'm out there and catch them. It feels like an invasion of privacy and inconsiderate of local residents to think my garden is a public right-of-way without ever speaking to me and asking for my permission to use. Don't want to put a lock on the gate, as it's a hassle with the neighbor having to use it also. Am I the asshole for thinking like this? Edit. Thanks for all the replies. I've ordered a sign which will hopefully get the message across. If not, I will have to look at installing a lock. Just get one of the keypad locks. Give the code to your neighbor. Problem solved. I have one of those a few things of mine so friends or repair people can get access. Put a sign up saying authorized access only. Trespassers will be prosecuted. Tell the one neighbor who is allowed that they are the only authorized person. Give it a month, then put a lock on, giving the authorized neighbor a key. Not the asshole making your private property a shortcut impacts your privacy and also potentially increases your risk of criminal activity if you don't know who's a neighbor versus who is a person possibly looking to steal or commit a crime. Not the asshole. Put a combination lock on and give the neighbor the combination. Not the asshole, but I'd definitely be putting signs and a lock on that gate and handing the neighbor the other key, or looking into putting a locking handle on the gate somehow. That locks automatically and opens to a code or something. Get a lock and share the key with your neighbor. Then get a no trespassing sign and mount it on the gate. If you see anybody hopping over to use your yard as a shortcut, call the police and have them trespassed. It's a safety issue and a privacy issue for you, and they have no right to be doing that. Am I the asshole for canceling my stepdaughter's Apple Music subscription? My 43 female, stepdaughter, 23 female, was using my Apple Music AM subscription. It costs £16.99 a month to have, and I don't use it. I never have. If she has it herself, then it will only cost her £5.99 a month, because it will be a personal subscription rather than a family one. My stepdaughter works full-time, earns £40,000 a year, well above average wage, and doesn't live with us. Last night I put a spend cap on my phone, not realizing, but it makes sense, so I should have realized, that it would cancel all my subscriptions linked to my bill. Without all my subscriptions, my bill is only £12 a month, as it's a SIM-only contract. It had been coming in at around £90 a month. My husband and I are actively trying to cut our bills by removing things that aren't necessary. Today my stepdaughter rings husband in a strop calling me Theashole because I cancelled AM and need to pay it for her. My response was that I'm sure a grown adult earning £40,000 a year can afford £5.99 a month for her own music. Am I the asshole here? You are not the asshole for canceling, but a bit for a way you did it. My father uses my subscriptions, and any time I want to cancel/change something I contact him first. Seems like bare minimum when you are sharing and actually like each other. Okay, I'm gonna say soft, you are the asshole for a specific reason. If you create a new Apple Music account, you lose your entire music library. Her music is attached to your account, so she would need to resave/download all of those songs again when she makes her new account. If you just spoke to her before doing it and gave her some warning, maybe you could have found that out together, reinstated it for 1 month so she can get her songs, then gone on your merry way. It sounds like you were kind of combative in how you handled it. So yeah, in my opinion, you're being sort of an asshole. No, you're not. Once you realized the subscription was canceled, you could have given her a quick heads up by text. You are the asshole. I agree that she should have paid for her own account, but some communication was needed for you to cancel. The proper thing would have been, hey, I'm canceling my subscriptions, do you want to take over AM payments? If not, I'm canceling by the end of the week. This would have at least given her the opportunity to keep her things the way she had it, or given up the accounts willingly. Now your stepdaughter lost her entire music library. A 1-minute convo could have avoided that. You could have told her you were doing it. That's the onlyest whole part. Lack of communication when you knew what would happen is not good. You are the asshole. You are slightly the asshole for not giving her a heads up. You are under no obligation to provide her with streaming. Am I the asshole for asking someone to stop filming at a restaurant? I went to a late-night sushi restaurant after a stressful day at work. There was a group of loud people at a table near us. I was trying to chill, and there was a flash of light, and one of the group was filming the others with the flash on, and myself and my friend were the background. I don't think that was intentional. I was annoyed because I hate being filmed, but tried to ignore it. They were filming for a couple minutes. They ended the video but starting filming a few minutes later, again with the flash shining at us. I stood up slightly, and I mouthed to one of the girls to turn off the flash. She laughs and looks away from me. I got pissed off and walked over to the table and asked the person filming directly to turn off their flash, as it was bothering me and my friend. They all looked at me like I was insane, and she turned it off after I repeated myself twice. I went back to my seat, and she starts making aggressive comments about people having sensitive eyes, and the group was laughing and looking over at me and my friend. I think I could have been the asshole because they were having fun and I came over and potentially embarrassed her. Maybe I should have just ignored it and got over myself. However, I think it's really inappropriate to film others at a restaurant, even accidentally, and at first I chose to ignore it and then subtly ask them to stop before coming over. I also could have been extra irritable and overreacted after my terrible work day. Not the asshole filming in a casual setting, without respect for other people, have gotten out of hand. Not the asshole, but only because they were using their flash while filming, and I can 100% see how that can be very annoying for other people, especially in a restaurant. I mean, you didn't ask them to stop filming, you asked them to stop using their flashlight. If they weren't using a flash, you wouldn't even have noticed it. Some people just don't know how to behave. But the staff probably should have dealt with it. Not the asshole. But I would have just asked the staff to tell them. Not the asshole. It was really rude of the people shining bright lights. I'm prone to migraines and bright lights are a definite trigger. You were extremely polite and way beyond tolerant. I would have also asked them to edit our faces before posting. With the snarky remarks they probably wouldn't have, but I've ended a similar request with, for security reasons I can't allow my face to be on the internet, I'll pursue my legal rights if my face appears when you post. Not the asshole, I'm surprised the waiter didn't tell them to behave.